Just a brief word of thank you and appreciation for this award. I accept it on behalf of the National Treasury team that I work with and other organizations that reported into me, and indeed on behalf of finance ministers all over Africa, because being a finance minister in a recession is a tough business. And it's been a job where you've had to handle many demands all at the same time, and with lightning, thunder, and, if you like, hurricanes hanging around your head at the same time. So I hope you can share with us, just very briefly, this feeling of being surrounded by trouble. But I think it's a great compliment to Africa that we are today part of the developing world that is actually saving the world. Today, the developing countries, and Africa is an important part of that, is responsible for 50% of the growth in the world. Today, if we didn't have, yes, the high levels of growth in India and China, but also Africa recovering as quickly as it did from the recession, the world would have been in a lot more trouble. It's also a compliment to our continent that there's a huge recognition that as we try to conceive of what will solve the world's problems, how will we get to a position where we have appropriate levels of demand, opportunities to invest and get a fair return, and above all, sustain new levels of growth in the world. Africa is now recognized as that place where it's going to happen. Of course, it doesn't mean that as Africans we can be complacent. It means that we have much more responsibilities on our shoulders. Having delivered the World Cup, we now need to deliver 7% growth for 20 years for all of Africa so that we can create jobs, we can reduce poverty, and drop the inequality gap. Now, I expect a little bit more than that. So all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, and brothers and sisters from Africa, is that we have a job cut out for us. We've done extremely well before the recession. We've bounced back from the recession. But unless we set our aspirations right, we'll let our people down. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that we won't. Once again, thank you very much for the award.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.